same. I really do believe that the Warriors can contend for a championship this year. Now, here's what I will say. If the Warriors roster is good enough to compete, they are not great. But if the Warriors do win it all this year, there must be a conversation about Steph Curry being the greatest player to ever play the game. If Stephen Curry wins this year with no Kevin Durant, no Clay, it's like you cannot say that that dynasty wasn't him. Like, it was always Stephen Curry. It was always his team. He was always the best player. He was just willing to sacrifice to KD so that KD could get finals MVPs. KD could score more buckets. KD wasn't willing to give up shots. Clay didn't want to give up shots, right? And so the one who sacrificed, Steph Curry. Now those guys are gone and Steph is still winning. Steph won a title without Kevin Durant. That made him a top 5 point guard of all time. If he's able to win another title without Steph, then like there's no doubt about it that he's the greatest player of all time. And that conversation has to be had by everybody. And when I say greatest, I mean the highest performing, the most skilled, dominant, best player for a long period of time. And championships is going to factor into that. Championships is a huge factor in that, right? And so if you look at that, Steph will have 5 rings if he wins another. It's more than LeBron James. And Jordan has more than LeBron. So it'll be hard to say that LeBron's the GOAT. If you look at changing the game, Steph has changed the game of basketball internationally in the entire world more than anybody. The way that kids come up, the way that kids start training, the way that kids develop throughout high school and college has changed because of Steph. They don't practice post passes anymore. Everything is centered around the three. Everything is centered around creating space. In the game of that's directly Steph Curry. Right? So he's changed the game more than anybody else. He's gonna hopefully get his 5th ring this year. Gotta give that man his flowers. Signing off, please like and subscribe to the podcast. We're going to have a lot more Warriors content for you guys. But for now, we are happy with the dub. Warriors over Minnesota. We get back together next week when the Warriors take on the Houston Rockets. Until then, Dub Nation, please be safe. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Love you guys.